I'll just have flat water.
Do you have high C tropical punch?
And it begins.
What? I can't have a drink with dinner?
Oh, so dinner started at 2 o'clock this afternoon, did it?
Yes, guys. I know that Olivia is voiced by Rachel McFarlane, and yes, I will be constantly making jokes about that, just as I did with Haley and Bill. Oof. Hi, I'm Kitty Monk, and I'm here to talk to you about Family Guy. Or more specifically, Olivia Fuller. You just said that. Shut up, Catherine. Now, perhaps Family Guy's most popular character is Stewie Griffin, with his iconic football-shaped head, Lois's poor down there parts, and his British accent, and his evil behavior, despite only being a year old as of the episode Chitty Chitty Death Bang. The thing is, despite this, even in the pre-cancellation seasons, Stewie could sometimes have depth and emotion, and sometimes he could form relationships with people other than Brian, which could be romantic or just platonic in nature. One that kind of straddled the line between both was Olivia Fuller, one of his most iconic love interests, and one who could match him on his level. Before Penelope, there was her. Olivia is a version of Stewie who is a lot more worldly and has achieved what he didn't, as in achieving her dreams of making it big and making it so everybody knows her name. And unlike Doug, she isn't obnoxious or in your face about it. She has a certain charm to her. Despite her popularity, she only appeared a total of 3 times, coincidentally the same amount as Bertram, and she was freely able to wrap Stewie around her finger and get under his skin in the way that only a toxic love interest could. And I hate the fact I'm describing a toddler this way, but come on, Olivia was super entertaining. And I like that, unlike Bertram and even Penelope, they found a way to bring her back into the newer seasons, as in like past 2016. And yes, I know that's not really new anymore, but it's newer for me. I've been out of the game for a while. But should she and Stewie be together? Well, let's discuss. Like I said above, Olivia is one of Stewie's many love interests, although she isn't his first love interest, contrary to popular belief. That is Janet. And damn it, Janet, I love you. In a season 2 episode, Lois realized that Stewie did not play well with kids his age. What gave that away?
Hey everyone, meet Jeffrey, the newest member of the Club of Forgotten Children.
We'll get there when we get there. So she enrolled Stewie in a daycare to get him to bond with the other kids, and to give her an excuse to have a subplot as a flight attendant. Stewie hates it. I fully understand, children are evil and gross. But then he meets Janet.
Goose! Oh, come on now, I barely touched you. Stop it, I say! Stop it! You see, this is exactly why people don't respect the WNBA.
Planet Shamanid Janet. I don't want to give too much away since I do eventually want to do one big Stewie love interest video, but she was Stewie's first love interest, and sadly, Stewie thought they were an item when they weren't. She just wanted his cookies, like literal cookies, hence why she'd always be around him.
Cookie?
Oh yes, of course you can have a cookie. Stay right there. Cookie.
Cookie?
Seriously, do your parents not feed you, kid? Or do you only eat cookies? Is that why? Like, is that, like, something I should be concerned about? Stewie was devastated when he found out the truth.
It's my cookies! It's always been the damn cookies! Well, sugar, the bakery just closed. You'll have to get your fill somewhere else, you oatmeal raisin-loving tart!
I know, Stewie, it happens to all of us. That's why you wage a war against Chips Ahoy. Then there's Elijah from the episode 1 If by Clam, 2 If by Sea. Wait, I'm sorry, her name isn't just Eliza.
It's me, Eliza Penchley. You are a flower, little baby.
Surprisingly, before this video, I thought that it was a post-revival episode, but it's not. It aired in season 3. Stewie is quote-unquote encouraged to play with Eliza, the new girl, the new British girl, but her accent is,
Heavens, you don't so much speak the language as chew on it and spit it out.
Gone, what's wrong with the way I talk?
Everything.
music to the ears of a masochist. Having a British accent himself, despite being from Rhode Island, Stewie tries to coach Eliza on how to talk properly.
Hello, Mother. Have you hidden my hatchet?
Hello, Mother. Have you hidden my hatchet?
Oh, God, no. It's an H sound, you moron. H.
Okay, first off, Stewie, tell her it's my lord, because only low-born girls say my lord. Stewie does it mostly as a bet with Brian and as a way to get her to shut up, but in the process, he does develop feelings for her, especially when her voice is all proper and stuff.
How kind of you all to come.
Oh, magnificent. I say, old sport, why don't you pull your face from your own loins and bury it into some humble pie?
Unfortunately, Eliza's dad is arrested for his insurance scam, and Eliza is sent to an orphanage where she swears revenge on Stewie.
I want you to know that I blame my father's death entirely on your awful mother. If it takes the rest of my life, I shall see that she suffers a slow and painful death.
Excellent.
Seriously, where the hell is she? Like, they teased it. I mean, they brought back Olivia. I think they could bring her back. Honestly, part of me thought Penelope should have been her. Or like her in disguise to get back at Stewie or something. But as you can see, Stewie's biggest problem when it comes to love interests, and will become apparent with Olivia, is this. Stewie doesn't know how kids his own age work due to coming from the Griffins, and due to thinking he's better than everyone due to being smarter. He's kind of like a young Sheldon in that regard. So he can't work well with most people, or he scares them off. But when Stewie does manage to fall in love, he often acts like a blubbering mess, as he has no way to handle these newfound feelings. It ends up spoiling things for the worst. Oh my god, a self-fulfilling prophecy! Not helping is how he's a baby, so he tends to act like one, which is very ironic despite his insistence that he act like an adult, or make people around him act like one, which is where Olivia comes in. But I need to hit a runtime, so I will be discussing the whole episode, or at least compare the subplot to the main plot. In the episode From Method to Madness, Brian and Lois go to a play hosted by some dude Brian knows. They don't really say how he knows him. Like, are they friends, acquaintances? Did they used to work together? Did he bump him on the street or something? Did he not take his expired coupon? Whatever it is, it's just some dude named Mark, and his play is autobiographical.
We had some real characters in my neighborhood, like Frank the mailman.
Hey, Mark, the ants for your ant farm came today.
And my friend Lonnie, that knucklehead.
Oh no! This is why I will never publish anything about my life beyond what I say in videos. I don't know how Sylvia Plath did it without being like Mary Sue-ish or on the nose or anything like that.
God, what a piece of self-indulgent crap. All the characters sounded exactly the same.
Great show, Mark.
That was awful. You know, with a little practice, I could act circles around that guy.
But oh, surprise, when Brian wrote his play, he didn't take inspiration from Mark. Or make it a one-man show, you know, to show Mark how it's really done. Lois tells Brian to put his money where his mouth is by auditioning for the Quahog School of Performing Arts.
Okay, ready for the best acting you've seen all night? Mark, wow, what a journey. Thank you so much. Those 3.5 hours just flew by.
You mean me telling you you're such an awesome character and I wish I could be more like you both as a person and as an activist and as a writer? How is that? How'd I do? Brian decides his audition piece will be a monologue, and he asks Peter to give him notes.
I might not make it to Christmas.
Oh, yeah, drop the bomb. Drop it. There's not a dry eye in the house. Keep going.
No, you know what? I'm gonna stop. Maybe we'll work on it later.
Brian, he's only saying that because it's over. Your acting was so good. See me do it again! I should become an actress. But yeah, I did say that I wanted to talk about the whole episode just for the sake of hitting a runtime, and honestly, because the subplot worked out for the better. Since while it has nothing to do with Olivia, it does have a romance that ultimately does pan out. And kinda like Olivia, I wish the side characters came back. Peter is out fishing with Santos and Pasquale one day, and funny story, I learned the Santos and Pasquale thing is actually an inside joke, since they are meant to be Portuguese, but they're speaking Brazilian Portuguese, not just normal Portuguese, despite being explicitly from Portugal.
Vou tentar entrar nesse show do milionário.
Fantástico. Eu serei a sua linha pra vida.
Poxa vida, a gente não pode cometer aqueles erros.
If you know anything about Portuguese people, the whole difference pisses them off immensely, since the two are immensely different languages. And Civ knew it because, kind of like me, he grew up around Portuguese people, but like most people wouldn't get it. I didn't know that, but yeah, I was born and raised in a Portuguese neighborhood, and I still live here, and I really do think that's kind of clever. Getting off track! Anyhow, Peter rescues a man, and out of gratitude, said man invites Peter and his family over for dinner, and I will leave you with that little nugget as we move on to Olivia. Brian goes to his audition with Stewie, who realizes, OMG, it's a win-win for him. Hey, that rhymes. If Brian passes, he'll be out of the house, and Stewie can throw all kinds of sexy parties. Totally what I do when my parents are gone. But if Brian doesn't succeed, well, he can just get a front row seat to watch him fail. Lucky, I would pay top dollar for that. Brian goes on, and as expected, his monologue is crap.
Julie, there's something I gotta tell you. I saw Dr. Phillips today. I might not make it to Christmas.
Ugh, thank you.
Excited stole his claps. Oh, wait, I read my voice directions for my script. But Stewie stands up for Brian and tells the staff members off.
Didn't notice. Well, I did notice. I saw a man bare his soul up here, and his pain ran through my heart like an errant locomotive. But it was wasted! Wasted on all of you!
Stewie, why do you have to debase yourself like that for Brian of all people? However, the teachers think Stewie is part of the act, and unlike Brian, he actually has potential and talent, so they add Stewie to the Rising Star program, aka the Kitty program.
Brian, we want you...
Yes.
...off the stage. But your young friend there would make a perfect addition to the school's Rising Star program.
Oh, splendid.
Yay, time for a sexy party. Wait, no, Stewie's underage. On his first day, Stewie meets Olivia, and well, Olivia is a... how do I put this delicately? She's a... since she's the school's veteran, and she has a biting sass to her that only Maisley Donner can replicate, but very unlikable, unlike the real Maisley.
And, let's see, one of our veterans, Olivia.
I'm not doing a scene with him. He's inexperienced. He'll drag my whole performance down.
Are you serious? Is she serious?
Thankfully, she doesn't realize that Stewie is one catty B-word too, so he stands up to her.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, gosh, that's funny. That's really fun. Do you write your own material?
Stewie is what I want to be when I insult people, if I was capable of doing that, I hate to say. However, Stewie finds he has little actual skill when it comes to performing arts, and the longer he's there, the longer he's embarrassing himself, which as somebody who has been in these situations, I feel so bad for him.
Thank you. That was...
And not helping is how he doesn't even get on with the other kids and just keeps embarrassing himself. Like, it's one thing to be bad, like, in the classroom, it's another thing to be bad, like, in the cafeteria. Especially in front of Olivia. Maybe Doug wasn't such a stretch. Thankfully, unlike Doug, he can truly tell Olivia how he feels.
Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but you're a total...
Stewie, you took the words right out of my mouth. Stewie discovers that the quarterly review is coming up, and he's the weakest link, if you catch my drift. So his chances at the school are gonna be donezo, slim to none. However, he isn't the only one. Hey, that rhymes. Olivia is going to get kicked out because of her refusal to work with other people.
Well, I'll tell you who's not gonna pass. It starts with an O and rhymes with Bolivia. Give up, Olivia.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she's such a little frosty box. She won't work with anybody.
And to all my viewers who do want to get involved in the industry, the best piece of advice I can give you is always be willing to work with other people, collaborate, or just, be polite to your coworkers. When I met the guy who played Joe from Blue's Clues at AwesomeCon, he even told me that you get far, or as far as you can, by being genuinely nice to people, since nobody wants to work with somebody they don't like or they can't stand, because then you don't get any work done. And also he taught me the ASL sign for BS, so thank you, Donovan. And even Family Guy pointed this out in Foxy Lady. Peter would have gotten his TV show idea greenlit if he was just willing to collaborate with people, even if it was over a minor cosmetic change. Or at least been nice or communicated why he didn't think that change was necessary.
What is this, 1986?
Well, if you're gonna be a TV producer, you've gotta be open to collaboration.
So everybody just gets to stick their big chef spoon into my comedy gumbo, eh?
Stewie decides he and Olivia are in a very similar boat, and they should just pull together for a change and do a set together, since then it'll be a win-win for both of them. Olivia can make it seem like she works well with others, while Stewie, working with the biggest veteran of the school, will make him seem better by comparison.
Read it and weep.
Doesn't work well with others?
Yes, mine's no better. I'll spare you the details. Suffice it to say the phrase garden variety appears a number of times.
And I gotta agree, this is very good. Like, instead of him just saying like, oh yeah, Olivia helped me with this, or oh yeah, Stewie helped me with this. Duets are usually a lot harder to pull off, since it's two people and you need to be in absolute sync. Even doing TikToks with people I know is hard because of, like, you need to be able to do it together. And we all have different visions. That's why I usually like to stick to improv. They do a duet together and actually ace it, and they gain feelings in the process.
That's for me ever having doubted you. A+.
And that's for you wearing purple pants with blue socks. Ew. I totally called him on it.
Friendly reminder that Olivia is voiced by Seth's sister, BGW. Granted, this is a minor nitpick, but I would have loved to have seen them put on the performance, like, rather than skip around it. Like, maybe the ending could reveal, like, yay, we actually really hate each other, and we just use our hatred to motivate each other. Like, what went into them deciding the routine and everything? Olivia and Stewie's teacher, who totally isn't Brian's cousin Jasper, being a reverse furry, love their performance and wants to take them on the road. Since this is season 3, Lois does not approve. Surprising considering that Brian Does Hollywood was in the same season, but Olivia's mom thinks it's a good idea and convinces them otherwise.
Well, they're awfully young. Is this really a good idea?
It's a great idea. I've always dreamed of becoming an actress, but that's not why I'm pushing Olivia to do it. Is it suspicious that I brought that up unprovoked?
Considering the parallels between Olivia and Stewie, I'm surprised you only appeared here, dude. The two take their act on the road, even if it's to something as small as a retirement home, and back to Megan! Peter finds out the family he rescued are actually, get this, nudie. Surprised they can go out in public, not gonna lie. Isn't that like illegal? At least at the beach you'd have that excuse, like it's just swimming. And even Peter felt like he just lost his swim trunks in the water. And they have a son named Jeff.
Hey, sport, how'd you do?
I got first place, Dad.
Way to go, champ.
Oh, cool.
Is this the biggest thing you've ever seen?
I had a big one like that when I was your age.
Okay, I didn't realize this till I started recording. Jeff like Jeff Fisher. I'm sure it's probably coincidental, just... it's my thing. However, I do get why the family did not make it past the pre-cancellation era, and Olivia did. They're too perfect. They're hilarious, but they're too perfect. Family Guy is a show all about jerks being jerks to each other, but with this family, there's no flaws to them beyond them being nudists, which even the episode says is just a normal lifestyle choice, if a little quirky. They treat it like it's just being goth, for lack of a better word. And even when Jeff does get bullied for it, he's just like, I'm used to it.
Would you want to do something sometime?
Sure, that'd be great.
Cool. What the heck?
My dad's a tailor, you jerk!
Gosh, that's awful.
Ah, that's all right. I'm used to it.
Wow, Jeff, you're such a nonconformist. It's awesome. I really don't see how you could bring them back nowadays, all things considered. Unless maybe playing their nudity dead serious. Like they can't go out in nude or they're gonna get arrested or something, which I don't think they could do. This is Quahog. Nobody's gonna care. I mean, come on, Brian walks around naked. Outside of his collar. Olivia is still entertaining, being a more worldly female Stewie, and she knows how to endear herself to people. She's more interesting. They're just the random family of the week who came back one last time and rode to Europe. Plus, honestly, I think the voice actors also play a role. I think all 3 of them are guest stars. I know the mom is voiced by Jane Lynch, who also voiced Al in American Dad. There we go again!
The hot dogs and burgers are ready. Can I get you beer, Peter?
What do you got?
I've got Busch. Oh, and Busch Light.
So I feel, it might be a little tricky to bring them back without recasting, but Olivia, she's literally voiced by the creator's sister. You can get her back like this. Back to Stewie and Olivia. Their relationship has gone south for the winter. The cracks begin to show, since honestly, Stewie dating himself is a really bad combination. He already thinks he's better than everyone. For instance, the main reason the relationship declines is, well, insecurity. Mostly from Stewie's end. Stewie breaks the cardinal rule of acting. Unless somebody explicitly ask for notes, you do not tell them what they did wrong in a scene or give them criticism. That's the director's job.
Well, it was a good crowd. They didn't even notice that you missed that F sharp.
Yes, well, beg pardon?
The F sharp, darling. You were just slightly off.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't.
Oh, well, maybe it was me.
It doesn't matter if they're wooden or flat or whatever. What matters is putting on a good show in the moment. And nobody cared then, so why should you care now? And as we see later, Stewie was the one who was flat, so his complaint holds no water.
Oh my God, I was flat. All right then, help me up. Let's go home.
Honestly, it is his fault there was this huge downward spiral, all things considered. And for as much as Olivia is told she doesn't work well with others, she's been pretty good to Stewie up to this point. However, they go full rock bottom. I'm sorry, it's like really sad. To the point where they can't even talk to each other. They can only communicate through not Jasper.
Simon, would you be a dear and ask Stewie to dance on his own feet tonight?
Pardon me, Simon. Could you provide Olivia with a bucket so she can carry a tune? People, stop this craziness!
Not Jasper tells them that there is an important critic in the audience and they need to put on a fantastic show. What did they do? Put their animosity aside for the one act? Oh, you poor kids, I'm so sorry. The sad part is, you probably could have played it off as part of the act or something. Like, I'm sure you could, you're both very clever. Olivia, in a fit of rage, ends up quitting to go strike on her own, and Stewie is stuck doing the act by himself. And it sucks.
Got my top hat and cane and a pocket full of miracles. Pocket full of miracles.
Surprised he doesn't bring in Brian, all things considered. I mean, I get why he didn't. Why would he want his act to suck even more than it already does? But Brian was the reason Stewie was at the school. It could show how far he's fallen. Or going back to what I said about collaboration, maybe he works well with Brian because he's his friend. Olivia's basically a stranger. Considering their duets together in the Road 2 series, it'd be cool if they repeated it here.
Oh, hello. Didn't notice you there. You know, it's not easy living with my family. Bunch of characters they are.
Oh god, that's worse than working with Brian. You've stooped to his level, Stewie. On his own, Stewie is a nobody, and he's hit rock bottom so much, he's stuck in the yard doing group therapy with his stuffed animal buddies. Olivia shows up, looking a lot better, and now wearing a coat. And she informs him they're no more. She's moving to Hollywood because she got a part in a movie. And having learned the importance of working with people, Olivia acts like a grown-up, and she doesn't let Stewie have it. She just tells him goodbye.
Take care of yourself.
See you on the coast. So, did you let him have it?
No, he let himself have it.
Aww. Even though I do kind of, hate how this eventually was undone, but alright. But okay, I forgot about Meg and Jeff. Yeah, so Meg and Jeff start dating, they have a lot of charm together, but Peter and Lois don't approve. But eventually they realize how wrong they were, and they invite Jeff over for dinner while being nude themselves, to show how cool they are with his lifestyle. And he actually appreciates it, unlike Meg.
In your face! In your face!
Oh, that could explain the bachelorette party. But that's it. I think it's a nice parallel to Stewie and Olivia. A relationship that ultimately did start out romantic and platonic, but did work out in the end. Even if strangely Jeff never appears again, which is good that Meg got a happy ending. I'm just surprised it's never given a throwaway comment or a line. Olivia got more closure here. Again, I get why he doesn't appear again, but it's not something like prick up your ears where Meg is nude in front of him and he's like, ew, and breaks up with her or something, or maybe Meg just can't handle it, or Jeff gets arrested, or again, I don't know, I'm just stalling here. Chick Cancer is Olivia's next appearance, where she and Stewie finally give it the old college relationship try, and it kinda sucks for the both of them, and it involves fire. Think of their issues in From Method to Madness, but magnified under a magnifying glass in the hot sun. In the time since Olivia first appeared, she's become the spokesperson, PC Principal, for Tasty Juice, only to be dropped in favor of Chuck Berry.
Hey, Mom, can I have some soda?
No, but you can have some Tasty Juice. It has only 1/3 the sugar of soda.
Delicious. Thanks, Mom.
Well, I mean, there's really nothing to that commercial. How is she big? But that's apparently her version of rock bottom, which they don't really bring up outside of a throwaway line. I feel it would explain a lot of what Olivia does here, like why her self-esteem is so low, or why her and Stewie decay at the end, or why she does what she does in the next episode. Wow, imagine peaking at 1 year old, if even that old. That's your whole life ahead of you. With South Park, I complained they peaked when they were in 4th grade. No, she peaked when she was a freaking infant. Her career basically in the toilet. Well, there is one silver lining. She's the most prolific person Quahog has ever produced, so she's invited to help open up a new store at the mall. A kids boutique. Are those still a thing? As in celebrities opening stores? And/or kid boutiques who aren't Carters? Stewie decides to go down there to heckle her, while Peter gets inspired to do a chick flick. Yeah, unlike From Method to Madness, there isn't really anything to talk about. It's just Peter goes to a movie, he doesn't like it, but then he starts watching it and he's like, oh, okay, and he gets inspired to do it. Albeit, rewatching it, it's one of the funniest Family Guy subplots for me.
Peter, I'm handicapped. I can't walk.
Okay, Chris, roll film and action. Joe, get out of the damn chair!
But I'm very surprised Olivia did not factor in here. Imagine this could be one of those times where the subplot and the main plot, connect. Stewie invites her to participate since she actually has acting experience or whatever. And we discover her problem of working with others still hasn't been resolved. So when she's told her only part really is to just be in a flashback, she starts berating everybody or whatnot. I don't know, it's a me thing. She really could have done something. Although I will say, Peter's movie is on par with The Room.
And this happened.
Help! Help! I'm drowning! Help!
We gotta get this woman to surgery time! Right stat now!
But, okay, to the opening of the store.
I hope I'm allowed to do this. My mommy says don't run with scissors.
She's so cute! I love children!
Olivia, you are not cute. And I know cute. You know who is cute? The Daleks from Doctor Who. I've been watching that show recently. Oh, how cute! They want to exterminate the universe and climb stairs, and there's hundreds of them. They're adorable! Stewie sees Olivia and falls for her again. At first sight. Yep, insecurity from both ends. And I think we've all been there. We see an ex, and if we're still single, we forget why we got to be single again in the first place. That's happened to me a couple of times, as in the ex is not me. Stewie, if you want a little reminder, you and Olivia broke up because your temperaments were way too much alike. You had to get over yourselves if you wanted to get together, but you're both too egotistical, and you have superiority complex to, like, you know, do that. Or at least Olivia was able to get over it, at least for just a second. That's kind of my headcanon for why she got dropped as the spokesperson, because she just couldn't work well with others. Stewie goes to look at stuff and runs into Olivia. Oh god, no. Stewie, stop. Just go home.
God, wow, it's been a while.
Yeah, no, it has. Oh, so you're back in town?
Yeah, we're moving back into the old house.
They talk, and it's awkward in a good way that we've all been there, but Olivia doesn't want to hang out with Stewie or go on a date, likely remembering what happened last time. But she still lets him down gently, which I do applaud.
I'm dating more sophisticated men now, but it was good to see you.
And she says she wants a grown-up man, but apparently that's not me.
Stewie, let me level with you. By grown up, Olivia doesn't mean like an adult. That'd be weird and illegal. She means somebody who acts mature. What you did with her was very immature and ruined your relationship for the worst. I mean, she had a role, but she realized it and moved on. I think you are grown up when compared to the rest of your family, but when you're around kids your own age, you have a tendency to regress. It sucks, but trust me, it takes a lot of practice. But Stewie takes this to mean she literally wants to be a grown-up, as in, like, she wants to be with a grown-up, and tries to be a grown-up by using Brian's hairs to, okay, skipping ahead, I can't do this, and no fuzzy dice. But Brian, I hate you and your stupid bedhead.
That's a bedhead. Yeah. Hey, look at you. You just got out of bed. You're the underachiever every woman wants to sleep with.
Hey, big date tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Brian tells him the best way to get a woman is to treat women like trash. Sarcastically, of course, but honestly, considering how he bagged Jillian and how he treats her, I am very curious about this.
I don't want my neighbors seeing a fat old dirty screaming at me on my front lawn.
Well, maybe I should come inside.
Well, maybe you should. Why the hell would she respond positively to such a negative comment?
I don't know, doubling down. Did you not watch that one episode of South Park? Even if you mean it in a good, non-condescending way, nobody wants to admit to sunken cost fallacy or the fact they wasted everybody's time, wasted their own time, and made a huge mistake, especially for something as intimate as a relationship, even if it's just physical. So better they stay miserable just to prove to themselves and others it isn't so bad. Or since the first one honestly sounds a little victim-blamey, maybe their self-esteem or their sense of respect or worth has been beaten down enough that they honestly think it's a good idea. It's really sad. Which says a lot about them and why, when you leave an abusive or toxic relationship, you should absolutely get counseling if you can, but go check out my video on Brenda Quagmire for more. Oh yeah, I also made a video about her years ago, guys. Stewie tracks down Olivia and treats her like crap per Brian's instructions. And wow, Olivia cries like Haley. It's almost uncanny. Like, do you guys notice Haley cries like, ah, 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 ah?
Because your skin has the texture of a decorative autumn squash. So I'll pick you up at 7?
That sounds wonderful.
The pair go on a date and reconnect, their first being to sit on a bench and judge random strangers. Stewie, why did you copy my favorite hobby? And honestly, I think this is the version of mature Olivia meant, like, doing something nice. Like, it happens later, and Stewie's a total gentleman to her, like, walking her home and everything. You ever noticed how they walk, like, weird? But then the honeymoon period ends and the cracks start to show. Stewie is back to being immature as expected, since Stewie doesn't do well with kids his own age, and, well, Olivia has a lot of friends, so they end up going to a birthday party for people Stewie doesn't know. And he doesn't do well around Olivia's friend from Los Angeles, Victor, who looks more like her brother, honestly, than her friend, like, not gonna lie. Victor's whole shtick is, he's a writer who gets ideas. So like most writers, well, sorry if I don't actually like writing, but I mean, like, he doesn't actually implement these ideas, he just puts them out there, which honestly, I feel like he could sell these ideas, but he never actually does, which sucks. Oh, but he's mature. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be around you, dude. You'd probably talk down to me or call me sweetheart like you do with Olivia.
Idea for a novel. Guy loses his favorite blankie, goes looking for it, and finds it in the kitchen. I amaze myself. It's genius. It's unbelievable. I don't know where I get it from.
Honestly, that sounds like a really good idea. Come on, Harold and Kumar made the adult equivalent work. But yes, Stewie's biggest problem, once again, is his relationship spirals out of insecurity. He's insecure, he doesn't know people. He's insecure about his relationship with Olivia, thinking that she likes Victor over him, which is more about Stewie than it does about Olivia. He's insecure over how he'll come off. It's super tragic that Stewie can never have a real relationship because of that. At least with Brian, he knows they live together. They argue, and like all toxic couples that don't want to admit they're toxic couples, they decide to get married rather than fix any of their problems. Because locking down this toxic, perverse, unholy union forever, much better than actually going to therapy or solving your problems, or just, breaking up.
Stewie, take you, Olivia, to be my lawfully wedded wife. What's that, Rupert? Oh, kiss the bride, yes.
Oh, look at Rupert officiating for his best friend. You're earning that video, dude. Obviously, they don't actually marry since they're babies, but they just play house. And I've always wondered, considering her mom, what Olivia's home life is like. Especially since I feel that, kind of like how SML pointed out, a lot of kids play house based on what they think house is, and normally little kids don't realize their home life might suck until they actually get around other little kids, and they're like, wait a minute. So I've wondered, what was Olivia's life like after she got to Hollywood? Did her mom get even worse? I mean, it would probably help the whole parallels between her and Stewie, or lack thereof. Maybe being in Hollywood actually helped her relationship with her mom, whereas with Stewie, it just made him want to kill his mom more. Also, another sign a couple might break up soon or just straight up implode, arguing in public, because they're done caring, so they're done caring about appearances or how they're coming off.
What is that, the porterhouse?
Yeah.
How is it?
What do you care?
If we weren't fighting, would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would.
Well, I know what I'm getting.
I kind of want to try that now. But I do wish we got more like this. I really thought it was adorable that Jillian and Brian invited them out and just treated them like equals.
That's what it all comes down to, isn't it? I'm not grown up enough for you.
Well, you are a baby, aren't you?
Stay out of it, stay out of it.
Stewie talks with Brian, who tells him that if he wants to be a grown-up, he should act like one. So that means going down to Olivia and saying how it is, about their relationship.
Then you took an oath to stick it out when things got tough. You wanted to see you as an adult? Well, this is adulthood.
You're right, Brian. I can't hide from this relationship.
Good advice. Brian Griffin is giving good love advice. Don't think I'm praising you, Brian. I have more in the chamber.
And would I be if I ran off now?
Well, you'd be a black man.
Wow! Wow! Whoa! What was that?
I'm sorry. That was my father talking.
See, you ain't perfect. Brian, no wonder your dad got hit by that milk truck, and no wonder you got hit by that not truck in that one timeline. He goes to talk to Olivia and discovers, oh my god, she's playing silly putty with Victor. That's olive juicing, and it's tantamount to cheating.
Oh, Stewie, I thought you were at Chuck E. Cheese with your mom.
No, a 4-year-old died in the ball pit we had to cancel. Is that the silly putty I bought you this weekend?
But I hate to say it, yeah, honestly, they're better suited. I mean, I don't think you should date somebody you cheated with, because chances are, if they're willing to cheat on their partner, they're going to be willing to cheat on you, but I get the whole point. Olivia was miserable. Plus, honestly, in a working relationship, Olivia can help bring his ideas to life, act them out or whatever. And he's mature. Stewie breaks up with her, which is good for him, and going back to his evil ways, he burns down their house.
I'll be fine. Is that smoke?
Idea for a farce. Cheating wife and pompous ass burned alive.
Don't worry, considering Boys in the Band, she survived. Which was very surprising. I remember for years we debated, did she actually live? But yes, Boys in the Band is her latest appearance. And honestly, out of these three, it's my least favorite because it's the most predictable. It's just one of those, they all have to forget that Olivia was bad news and act stupid for the sake of it so she can come between them. Brian and Stewie are watching old movies, which Lois doesn't like.
What did he just say? Brian, this does not seem appropriate to watch in front of the baby.
Not appropriate? You took me to see Magic Mike XXL.
I think Willy Wonka's fine outside of that boat movie. Killjoy. So Lois makes them watch The Wiggles. And yes, I know it's not actually The Wiggles, it's just we know what they're making fun of. Oh, I used to watch them when I was a kid. I've been one to their set at Six Flags. I forgot they were a thing until I watched the Defunctland video. God, I'm old. Stewie finds The Wiggles pandering because songs from the baby genre don't tackle real baby issues. They're just meant to teach you things. And honestly, I don't blame him. Only Elliott Smith spoke to me when I was a teenager. So much so he was the fake name I used used to order burgers with. Stewie starts a band with Brian called Red Shirt, Blue Shirt, which honestly, okay, yeah, I kind of realized this. This episode is nothing special. It's just a rehash of Into Harmony's Way, but with Brian and Stewie instead of Peter and Quagmire, where they sing songs that sound pleasant but really have dark messages, and then something comes between them and they break up, but not really. And then status quo. But Olivia is also added in. So yeah, it's cool Olivia came back, but yeah, it just sucks to point that out. Also, there is a subplot with Chris and Quagmire where Chris becomes Quagmire's assistant, like scheduling all his dates and whatnot. And I liked it because it was original, especially since the pair rarely hang out, let alone get together. It's just, yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with the episode. It doesn't really have a thematic theme, I'd say, so we're just gonna skip it. Brian and Stewie get a gig at a sad party, and they run into Olivia. Olivia's alive?
The birthday boy and I met at Burt Reynolds' acting camp in Jupiter, Florida.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're still acting. You know, the last time I saw you, you were...
Burning in a cardboard house?
Yeah, burning in a cardboard house, yeah.
Olivia is still an actress, and she's still a B-word. But considering how she had no career left per chick cancer, considering how Stewie almost killed her, I can see why she has an attitude problem. Even though, I do wish they made it a bigger point that Olivia has a problem working with others because she thinks that she's better than them. Like, maybe she tried working with Victor, but then she tried taking over with Victor, or she got backstabbed, or she backstabbed him. That would have been cool to see in a nice dose of continuity. Their set is a success, and Olivia decides to go out with Stewie, as in decide for him that they'll go out on a date together, rather than ask permission like usual.
Oh, he can't go out with you tonight. He's got a date with me.
Really? Awesome. Brian, I can't go. I'm not feeling well.
Stewie, I've been standing here the whole time. But you know what? That's fine.
Wow, how mature, Yoko. And yeah, Olivia changes approach this time. She becomes the Yoko between the two of them. Even if, I'm just putting this out there, the real Oko apparently wasn't as bad as people make her out to be, but it's the only way you're gonna get the impact about what's happening. Likely because Olivia is no longer famous and has problems working with people, she slowly starts to worm her way into their inner circle. Hey, that rhymes. Although I also wonder if it was the fact that Stewie tried to kill her, which also played a role. She becomes president of their fan club and turns the two against each other. Sweetie, you didn't have to work that hard.
You know, I talk a lot of smack, but at the end of the day, these guys are pros. Even broken arm coyote with washboard.
Stewie, don't insult them, otherwise they're gonna come to life and kill you. The scooper only hurts for a second. But she does a lot of stuff, like tap into Stewie's insecurity to make him think Brian is using him. Again, you really don't need to lie that hard, sweetie. And then telling Brian similar stories. But it works, and Stewie calls it quits, so Olivia can swoop in and take his spot.
Everyone thinks Brian is the star of the group.
Who thinks that?
I don't know. I'm just saying, after every show, the fans are always petting Brian, and not you.
No one's allowed to pet me. It's illegal.
Wow, what a... But Brian forgets Olivia is also a diva, and Stewie forgets to tell him about all the other episodes. Don't worry, he'll learn. Brian and Olivia are the opening act for the Wiggles. Oh my god, it's come full circle. And Stewie is in the crowd watching and sobbing. For some reason, this reminds me of that one episode of Cheers, where it turns out that Frasier was married to that, lady who sang all those kid songs. Brian feels bad. Wait a minute, he's capable of such displays of emotion? And he decides to leave the band. Stewie and Brian run into each other, and Brian apologizes. Oh my god, my heart is stopping. Brian admitted he did something wrong with the hay. But Brian, being the idiot he was, never really ended the band, so Olivia took over and pitched Vinny as the new Brian.
Probably some dog neither you or I have ever met.
All right, listen up, you little pieces of garbage. This song's about getting heartburn from baked clams and other kid stuff.
And I wish Vinny was at least able to interact with Brian once, and now he never can. But wow, Olivia. Now, once again, I do want to make a Stewie love interest video, so I won't give too much away, but I do think Olivia was one of the worst love interests for Stewie. Like, why don't we ship them? At least Penelope encourages Stewie to use his talents for bad. It was Brian that came between them. Olivia just wants him to suffer. And the sad part is, considering scenes like the end of From Method to Madness, there is a great chance they could have worked, they just couldn't get over themselves, and it's really tragic. I just think the main thing is, when I was writing this video, I had nostalgia glasses, and then I rewatched these episodes, and I was like, yeah, no wonder they called it quits. Boy, was I wrong. Anyhow, bye.
What sounds even worse? Ah, listen to that. Don't you hate that? That is awful.
Plus, I think that canker sore I had is playing a role.